So good morning everyone. My name is John Filipino from PSIT 3K. Now, let's start our assessment 2. Proceed. How can you define a simple route in Laravel and what would be a real life example? Okay, so let's just take it as an example, okay? So, ayun. Once na tinlight mo is laravel.com and lalabas dyan ang first page nila and it will welcome you by ayun, giving you a short, brief introduction about their website and how they do the things they do, or what can it do, a tool crafted for productivity, parang a welcome page for the guest. Ayun, a real life example naman dyan would be bus terminal, no? Like transportation, yun. Ayan, basta ka ng ticket mo, saan ka pupunta. Like from Alaminos to Lagupan, ayun, naka-designated ang point mo or ang lugar na pupuntahan mo. Okay, like to. So, moving forward. Number 2, how do name routes work in Laravel and how might you use them in a real-world application? Okay, a name road words. Okay, I think makikita natin yan dito sa documentation. Yeah. Ayun, okay. Name routes allow the convenient generation of URLs or redirects for specific routes. You may specify a name for a route by changing the name method into the route definition. So, yan yung source code natin. So, I'm just going to explain it in a simple term like sa Word, no? Like it's a document Word. Diba? You can put hyperlink onto it. Then, that link will redirect you to the specific web page. Parang ganyan. Oh my gosh. Sorry. So, ayun. You need not to input a whole directory like https blah 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 laravel.com docs, and you can just put something or put a hyperlink on that specific text outline, no? Like ito, prologue, no? Prologue and will one ba talaga? Release notes. Yun. Redirect ka na. Parang ano lang. A hyperlink. Parang hyperlink siya. So, number 3 naman tayo. What is the purpose of route groups in Laravel and how might they be used? Okay. How they may be used. Wait. Hindi pa pala natin nasasagot tong how might you use them in a real-world application. So, to make it simple, no? To make it simple for our user, making the website user-friendly, I guess. So, proceeding to number 3. What is the purpose of route groups in Laravel and how might they be used? Dito rin yan. Para mas makita pa natin, mas malinaw, diba? Route groups. Route groups allow you to share route attributes, such as billware, across a large number of routes, without needing to define those attributes on each individual route. Nested groups attempt to intelligently merge attributes with their parent group. Middleware and where conditions are merged while names and prefixes are appended. Namespace limiter and Slashes in the URL, prefixes are automatically added where appropriate. So, ayun. Ang purpose ng route moves is something like a container, you know, merging the attributes with your parent group. Like, for example, an admin panel slash another admin panel slash they have the same route containers or direct link to that specific mm, specific specific. Now going on for number 4. How does middleware work in Laravel, and can you provide a practical example? Okay. Middleware provide a convenient mechanism for inspecting and filtering HTTP requests entering your application. For example, Laravel includes a middleware that verifies the user of your application is authenticated. If the user is not authenticated, the middleware will redirect the user to your application's login screen. However, if the user is authenticated, the middleware will allow the request to proceed further into the application. Okay, so a way to present is a login page, I think. So let's just proceed to our page. Okay, login page. Ayan. Authenticator, it will act as it includes a middleware. Yeah. Middleware work in Laravel. So authentication siya. Like if you are not a registered user, like for example, oh my goodness, like for example, this account, it will redirect you to the exact static page, login page. So, wrong credentials. You need to be authenticated. It will act as a security for filtering an account. Filtering an account if it is authenticated or not. So, it may proceed to the dashboard. Ayun. So, sa number 5 naman, how can you handle form submissions and CSRF protection in Laravel? Let's take a look at this. Handling the form submission naman. So, handling the form submission, we will define a route that handles the form submission request from the forgot password view. This route will be responsible for validating the email address and send the password request to the corresponding user. Ayan. This route will be responsible for validating the email address and send the password reset request to the corresponding user. So yun, same lang dun sa explanation natin kanina, but if you are not registered user, you're not registered yet, and you wanted to register, like passing a mailbox. Yeah, like passing a mailbox to a designated PCs. Sa Cisco packet, parang ganun yung idea dito. Form submission and the CSRF protection naman, it will act as will prevent you from vulnerability. So I think ako actually Google on yan. No, like cross-site request forgery. It will prevent you from attacks. So ayun. Imagine your application has a user email account that start a post request to change the authenticated user email address. Most likely this cloud expects an email input field to contain the email address the user would like to begin using. Okay. Ayun. Without CSRF protection, a malicious website could create an HTML form that points to your application's user email route and submit the malicious user's own email address. So it will act as a prevention for vulnerability attacks from ayun, request forgery, email, like for example, like that, no, directory pa din talaga tayo dito, route, no? So thank you very much for watching, and that will be the lessons. I mean, a short assessment discussions. Thank you for listening, watching, okay, or watching.